Up and running. Cool.
Yep, no worries.
Good.
You know what we spoke about yesterday about the problem that I was having?
Yeah.
Like I actually went to bed like before 1 o'clock.
Sorry, mate.
I'll just send you a message and let you know.
Okay. Yeah, we can
Yeah, no
talk
worries.
after. No problem.
Yeah, no worries, no worries.
So it would seem GJ done a fake out over here.
Yep.
Yes. Morning. Yo. What's going on, Joey? So I was just looking at the 4-hour time frame, and the 4-hour candle has just flipped bearish, trying to break the low of the previous 4-hour. So let's take a look left and see. Okay.
Sales would be a close below the 138,915.
Yes, ideally, but at the same time we have this area. Let me go to the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, I suppose. See, once we break this support, we do have a clean range, but it's not a big range. Down to 138,800. It's the only issue. Yeah, that's the only issue I have, is the range isn't big enough. Yeah, around 14 pips. But then if we break 138,800, we have a much bigger range. I think around 20 pips. Yeah, 25. So that's going to be better. That's going to be a better range to take a sell. But I'm not actively looking for any trades today. Just chill out day.
Morning, guys.
Morning. How's it
What's
going?
up? Yeah, good man.
Good.
Morning.
Morning, mate.
So it would seem that GJ done a fake out, but I mean, really and truly, it's reacted to this area to the left, or even tried to generate liquidity at this resistance to continue further down. So yeah, once we break 138,950, should continue heading down. But I think we need to see how this, probably how the 4-hour closes. Oof. So daily is bearish. Daily candle is currently bearish. It's just broken the low of the previous daily candle. Looking on the 4-hour, 4-hour created a minor support early hours in the morning. We've already broken the low of that, so we'll see if that can be sustained. 1 hour. Yeah, we just need to break this support, because this is our like market structure, and then we can continue heading down. But we'll have to wait and see. So yeah, and looks like those sells played out for the rest of the day yesterday. After I finished the stream, we had sells. I was expecting price to continue down to 139.50. Looks like it did that just around MY. Gave us that little bit of extra push. Yeah, if you're from the UK, this morning it was freezing. There was
It's unbelievable.
oh mate, frost, everything. I came in here and I was like, oh no, I need to wait for it to warm up for like 20 minutes.
I was only out for like 10 minutes and my hands were just like, I couldn't move them.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Mad. Right. So, yeah, while waiting on GJ here for a minute, let's look at gold. Daily time frame on gold. So, if we look at the daily candles on gold, the daily bullish candles are tapping up into around 1818, but they're closing very weak bodies. So, there is a chance that, you know, it's kind of setting up a resistance back in this range to then continue down to 1796, right? Because then that will be filling this range. Let's look on the 4 hour, see what we can find on the 4 hour time frame. So it would seem the 4 hour, yeah, it's kind of come back in this range, but right now it's a little bit messy. It's a little bit messy. It's tapped into this support, rejected this support, and then we know at the same time it's rejecting this resistance, right? But judging by this 4 hour candle, this 4 hour candle happened, you know, overnight when there's lack of volume. So there is a potential this 4 hour candle is going to come down and fill this wick and then continue moving down, because it's either that or we're going to start to break up above. So looking on the 1 hour, yeah, price is just ranging right now. It would seem. So we have, obviously this is our, yeah, I'd say we have an area here to the left, right? So we had a resistance yesterday. Price came up, tried to close above, failed, created support, failed to sustain that support, came back inside, created resistance to continue down, and then we tapped into this support here, which is, you know, where price is ranging right now, at 1808, and then we were tapping into this support down over here from the downside, right? And we rejected this area around 5 a.m. Looking on the 30-minute, yeah, it makes sense for the 30-minute. We have this whole clean range down over here. We have like a minor support here to the left, but yeah, it's a little bit of a messy range, to be honest. And then now we can just see we're just consolidating right now. So obviously if we break above 1810, there's a high probability we should continue up to around 1813, right? Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this up now, and then this is the area where I'm going to look for a target, because this is our most recent price action, right? So if we break this resistance, we have clean candles to the left, right? If we break this support, we have clean candles coming down to around 1805, right? And then if we can break that, we can continue further down to 1803. Okay. So yeah, gold's just consolidating. Very bad range. So obviously it's a Friday as well. I'm not going to be trading this, but just, you know, for educational purposes. Today was one of those days I really struggled to get out of bed for some reason. Okay. Ooh, looks like GJ's coming back up. May need to create some resistance to come down. Maybe even going to be one of those ranging days. Okay. Looking at GBP CAD. Let's clear everything here. Look, start from the daily. Looking at the daily time frame. Daily is very messy. It's a very slow, choppy grind. Moving up. Looks like we've rejected this high point as well. So that's the first thing that I'm going to notice. We've rejected this high point. Candles are now closing bearish, but we are in this uptrend. So probably not going to happen today, but when we start to break this trend and this market structure, probably going to see a nice push to the downside. Looking at the 4 hour though, what we're going to see from the 4 hour is that, yeah, 4 hours super messy. When I look at this, I'm like, man, this is just mess. But we'll work with it here. So we have a resistance up over here at 1.74100. We have a support down over here, 1.73400, right? Looking at the 1 hour. 1 hour time frame, we are tapping or rejecting an area right now over here. So we need to break this support, and then we do have some clean candles to the left hand side. If we look at this area as well, it looks like we tried to, you know, retest this zone and failed to break above. Looking on the 30-minute, yeah, we'll have to look at it like this, but it would seem as if the 30-minute also has like a minor support to the left here as well. So probably gonna want to wait to see if it can break below the support, and then it does have cleaner candles to the left, but a lot of issues to the left hand side. So this is obviously not a good range to trade really, because yeah, around 20 pips to this area, which is where I wouldn't want to risk leaving positions beyond, just because these wicks to the left. But this is probably going to be a good target area, which is around 20 pips away. So we'll see what happens there. I think ultimately buys are probably going to be back above this area here. Seems like some form of important area. Tried to create support, couldn't create resistance to continue down. Looking at EJ, daily time frame. Daily candles failed to break resistance, right? Failed to break resistance. 4 hour time frame. 4 hours starting to create more bearish market structure, but right now we have a support created. Right, we have a support created, so we need to obviously break the support, and then we can continue moving down to maybe like 123,700. Looking on the 1 hour. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, we are creating a resistance right now. Price has made a low. Price made a low. It's retraced to try and form some resistance. Looking on the 30-minute time frame. Yeah, so price has come up to this area to create a resistance to continue down. We do kind of have this area to the left a little bit cautious of, but in theory this candle should flip bearish and then continue down to retest this low. And then if we break this support, we do have like a minor area here which I'm very cautious about, but in theory we have clean candles coming down to 128, 785, 780. But you need a resistance because of that minor area. It makes no sense. That's around 15 pips away. Okay, go back to GJ. GJ trying to come back above the range. Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to see what happens there with GJ. And then finally the Footsie. Oh, Footsie dropped this morning heavily. 7:45. 8 a.m. pushed it down. 8:15 pushed it down a lot more. That was a big hefty candle for London Open there. So it looks like it's reached a support. So we'll have to see how we react there. May need to retrace to create some resistance, but we'll see. Just keep an eye on the Footsie. So let's go to the 15-minute time frame here on GJ. We'll see what happens. So it looks like the 15-minute came up and tapped into this previous support area, but rejected it, failed to break above. So yeah, anyway, let's check out Forex Factory here, see if we got any news. Aaron, I'll check your chart. I'll let you 1 second, mate. Let me just check out if we've got any news here today. So it's Friday. No, it's a fairly clear day. We've already had Euro news this morning, so that's okay. So yeah, pretty clear day today. That's pretty good. Have we had any headlines this morning? A little bit about Trump there. Nothing really to do with Brexit or anything like that. So yeah, we still have to be cautious because there hasn't been really anything significant said this week. Whereas the previous weeks we've had a lot of, very volatile headlines. So yes, right. Okay, let's check out this chart. Okay, GJ 15-minute time frame. Trade taken at 20 minutes before London Open. Okay, so price was bullish in the higher time frame and bullish in lower time frame. Nice. Price form resistance at 139.077. 15-minute candle and close above resistance. Yep. Entered an impulse buy after 15-minute candle formed bullish and closed above resistance, 7 pips stop loss. Okay, so the entry was taken on this candle, right? Closed full position at -4 pips as price ended up coming down after +7 pips profit did not secure. Okay, so I think if you was looking for, an entry that may have given you an opportunity to actually secure profits was the entry that I was looking at. But obviously it's a Friday, so I was thinking, probably not going to take a trade today. If I did decide not to take a trade today, unless something really nice happens. So probably this would have, Monday to Thursday, I would have been in these buys. But if you look at this 15-minute candle, it came all the way down to this area and then it closed very weak. So this is what, like a liquidity grab of this area, right? So I personally would have been taking buys, either 1 or 2 positions. First of all, once we broke the high of this candle, which, you would have been able to secure profits, I'll profit this candle without getting stopped out. So that would have been my first place to take buys. The second place potentially was as this 15-minute candle was coming down to do like a retest. You could have taken some entries based upon the retest and based upon the fact that you're expecting this candle to respect the area that we just broken out of and continue moving up with London Open, right? Because sometimes the technicals line up with the not necessarily fundamental, but let's say that if the technicals line up and we've got a volume open, so like a market open situation, it could be that the technicals are lining up to give the push for when the market open comes, right? So this price was setting up above this area for when we had market open. And obviously we had this push, right? And then it pushed around 12-13 pips and then came down. So your entry obviously didn't allow you to get a 10 pip push, but essentially had you have taken entries that maybe somewhere down over here on the retest of this area, then it would have made sense. The entry's not wrong. We had clean candle to the left. It just was a probability factor. It didn't push up that little bit higher for you to secure, but it would seem like it rejected this kind of vicinity. If we extend left, it rejected this vicinity and then came back down to this area. So yeah, I would say the improvement could have been entry on the break of this high, maybe on the retest as this candle was coming down. And then let's say once this candle closed bullish, you would maybe even say, okay, let's bring stops above the current 15-minute candle and then obviously expect the next one to also continue moving up with London Open. So that's how I probably would have that's it really. So I hope that helps. Okay, so yeah, I think if GJ creates like a minor resistance back below 139.090, then it can continue moving down. But looking at the 1 hour time frame now, this may just be a huge liquidity grab for some further push up, but we're not sure at this point yet. Either way, it's just a little bit messy right now. Ooh. Getting closer and closer every day to the 1K subscribers. Gonna be a big day over there. Yeah, we've hit 860, so about 140 to go. Morning, Foe. Or Freddy. Okay. Gold still ranging. GBP CAD. It's kind of at this support right now. EJ's pushing back up to this area. Oh yeah, looks like the Footsie did retrace some of this move. May need to create some resistance or something. Looking at the Dow. Ooh, Dow is still continuing bullish. Ooh, if the Dow can break above this resistance on the 4 hour, can come up and retest these high points. Yeah, looking on the 1 hour, it's at resistance right now. Created some support. 30-minute. Yeah. Not looking for a trade today. How about you? Yeah, I'm not really like looking or actively trying to seek a trade. But yeah, I don't know, we'll see. There's something like super nice. Maybe, but not really. Yeah, not really like looking for anything. The only idea I had was I've seen this happen before. I have seen this happen before, so because we came down and tapped into this area, it's kind of retraced back a bit. So if it creates resistance here, there is a higher probability we're going to come down and retest this support, or even break it, because it's maybe that last hour push from the 4 hour. So we'll have to see, because obviously the candle hasn't closed yet. But if you look on the 4-hour, it does seem like we're rejecting the upside. Looking on the 1-hour though, the only thing I'm concerned about on the 1-hour is the fact the 1-hour is kind of closing above this area here to the left hand side as well. So yeah, not really trusting that analysis right now. But I mean, if this candle does close bearish, I've seen these sells play out before. Only thing is the range isn't big enough, really. Yeah, not gonna trade this. Not gonna trade this range. If this GJ 15-minute candle closes nicely bearish, could you take a sell? I mean, yeah, like I've seen this play out before, but I'm probably not gonna execute on that today. And plus, it's got like a minute and doesn't look like it's gonna do it. Was it just probability that it didn't reach 139.220 and went down because of the mess at the left? GJ, I took the same trade as well. If there was a mess at the left, should we wait for 30-minute support next time? I mean, like that move, it plays out a lot. So, okay, let's put it to you like this, right? Let me put it to you like this. When price is breaking above an area, so when it was breaking above this zone, and we're looking left, we see these clean candles. Now, I know people are going to say, that this is the area that they would be targeting because it's a resistance, right? It's the most recent resistance. But when you look left, you have to take into consideration that, this area here is a zone, right? This whole area is a zone, okay? So that's why when we came up to this area to start with, if I just make this a bit more neat, because it's probably going to make more sense. So if we stretch this out to where the wicks are, what you're going to find is the first time that we came up to this area, we tapped into it, and then we closed very weak because there wasn't enough volume at that point. But the technicals were still lining up because we were closing above this area. So with volume, price came up and pierced through this zone, and then the next one came down to generate more liquidity to break through this zone. Now, once we broke above this area, there was a lot of, we had support here, we had support down over here, we had support here. So this area was very messy in general, right? This area is very messy in general. So yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, it's probability we didn't reach up over here, but at the same time, like when I see these support levels to the left, I'm always looking to see where I can secure profits just in case. So okay, if I was taking those buys because I was looking at it, where exactly would I have exited some position? I can say that because this was the most recent support that we broke out of, that's the area there that I would have secured something. And then what I would have done was see if the rest of the position, or that small extra proportion, could reach this resistance. Okay, so I'm looking at, we had a support, we're already in a downtrend, so if we need to retrace, where are we going to retrace to? Well, the previous area that we broke support. So this is the area I would have secured some profits, and then see if we can let a runner go further. Yeah, and for people looking for sells, I think the break of this low was very risky at this point. I know this candle closed weak, didn't close above, but if we look at the overall 1 hour where it closed, the sales become very hard because we're closing above this area. Yes, we did reject this zone. In fact, if we look at it, it kind of exactly tapped up into this previous hourly area. So how many pips do you break even your position? Probably around 8. Probably around 8 or 9. I'll go break even. So if it moves 8-9 pips in profit and then comes back to my entry, probably, yeah, close 50%, maybe full position. It depends on the situation. But it does look like GJ can continue down at this point once it broke this low. It's just because the candle was open very early when it came to break the low, and a lot of times when it does that, it can continue up. So was a bit skeptical, but looks like though those sellers could be playing out. Yeah. Probably overall, you'd probably want to see this 15-minute candle close bearish, because we have like a minor support here to the left as well. What would the stop loss have been? 6 pips. Yeah, just the range is just not big enough. I don't think the range is quite big enough. GJ looking choppy is a good idea. You mean not a good idea to trade it? Yeah, looks like GJ is coming down now. Yeah, something I've seen happen a lot beforehand. Should continue down to fill this wick over here. So it looks like the entry would have been the break of this low. Keeping stop above that candle. But it's a very risky trade, that one. Very hard to anticipate. Just something I've seen happen a lot. Gold still ranging. US 30 breaking up. See if it can get to 30,000 there. G-CAD, yeah, failing to break this minor support. Yeah, 30-minute close right at it. EJ also trying to come down now. Yeah, should retest this low area now at this point. Alright. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be back in a minute. I'm just going to go make a nice drink because, yeah, it's bloody freezing. Bloody freezing, mate. Yeah, I don't know why they're putting this stuff out, man. Oh, there is something, actually. I've just read. Didn't clock that. So Barnier has called an urgent meeting of EU fisheries ministers for tomorrow. Ooh. Okay, see how that goes. So that must be today. That must be today. These comments crap me up, man. Yeah, GJ is very messy today. It's a Friday because remember it's coming up to the end of the weekly candle. So if we look at the weekly candle now, it is retracing a fair bit. Okay, it is retracing, but if we look at the weekly candle anyway, as long as it closes above 138,400, then it does pave way for the next weekly candle to continue up. Okay, so yeah, I mean we'll have to see. Looking at the daily, I think daily's kind of reacted to the previous resistance area, it would seem. Because we had some consolidation here for a bit previously before trying to break down, and then we did that break up situation, which I remember when we did that. So looks like we're kind of reacting to that price level again, it would seem. Yeah, it looks like GJ is coming down now to fill that wick. Yeah, see, if this candle closed bearish, I would have been like, yeah, I know it's going to continue down, but, you know, Friday's not the day. But yeah, it's okay to miss a trade. It's okay, my friends. There you go, GJ dropping now. Yeah, could have been a nice entry there. For those of you who missed this move, you know, this is just something to keep in mind. You know, if this was a weekday, I would have definitely been in sales, man. 100%. 100% I would have been in sales. Sometimes it's nice to just know something's gonna happen. You watch it play out, but you don't need to always put your money on it, especially on a Friday. You know, it's just about practicing. You know, what you've seen before and just rewatching it play out over and over again. So yeah, I mean, if this 4 hour closes bearish in the next 40 minutes, I think we could see a bearish MY session pre-New York, you know, because now we're starting to create resistance, and this looks like a massive rejection of 139,200. So it is very important where this 1 hour closes, this 30-minute candle closes. So we'll wait and see. I think if I was gonna take a trade, I mean, there's not the greatest of ranges. Well, how big is this range? This range is around, yeah, only like 13 pips. It's not amazing. If you look on the 15-minute, yeah, we have an area of issue around 8 pips away. We'll see. But yeah, GJ 30 minutes should continue down. Right. Okay, you trade like Roger Banks, good stuff. Thank you. Didn't take short because previous 15-minute was doji. Next time we consider taking it when it breaks low of doji. Yeah, see this candle, like it didn't, but it should have closed bearish, which is what I've seen happen before, and then the next one comes down to fill the wick, but it just so happened it closed like a weak bullish. So you have to be, you have to adapt. So that's the point of thought. But when it breaks the low, it can. But the reason I thought it was risky because I hadn't seen this kind of close bullish like this, but now that it closed weak and broke the low, it completely made sense. Yeah, I'll quickly check this chart out, and then I'm gonna go make a drink in a minute. Just get to the home page. Okay, let's check this out. GJ 30-minute. On 30-minute, GJ is in a 30 pip range, not forcing a trade because it's Friday. Sells below 138.950, buys above 139.250. Okay, yeah, nice. It makes sense. I think your better buys are probably gonna be. I mean, obviously I don't think we're gonna get there, but let's say just for your learning perspective, I think your better buys are going to be above 139.400 to 139.600, because now you have a 20 pip clean range. Whereas if we look at this range, here, we have a minor resistance here. We have obviously another resistance here, and if we measure that range, that's only 15 pips, right? But then you have this area here to the left, so you could have some issues there, which is only like 5 pips away. So yeah, I would say this is the better range. For sales, it's the same thing what we just spoke about, below that secondary range. But definitely, yeah, good. It's fun. I won't worry because it's a Friday anyway. So, and at the moment, looking at the trend, I'd say you're more likely to see the break below 138.950, 940 for price to continue down. Yeah, but we do have this clean. These are clean candles. We do have some issues over here, but yeah, this is the better range because then you can see, we have clean candles, 20 pips. If we go on the 15-minute, a little bit of issue here, but it's fine because it's around 10 pips away. So, nothing to stress about too much. Yeah, so 15-minute candle closed bearish. Next one should wick up and then continue down to the support. Let's do it now. Right, I'll be back in a minute, guys. Sorry about that, guys. I'm back. Yeah, it looks like GJ. Now that it's broken the low of the 15-minute, should continue down. What's going on, Paul? Do you mean no volume in the market, or do you mean no volume? I just I went to go grab a drink and then just Okay, so we're coming up to the last 30 minutes of the 4 hour, 1 hour, last 30-minute candle. Anybody did take these sells from up over here should be into profits at this point. Okay, let's check out gold. Gold still ranging. Gold is still ranging. Looks like US 30 is doing some form of fake out. If we look on the 15-minute time frame, yeah, it looks like it failed to sustain that move up. Can be doing some form of like liquidity grab though, so we'll have to see about that. Oh, looks like GJ's coming down now, just as anticipated. So yeah, looks like those sells played out. Exactly what we've seen happen before. Just, yeah, we'll see. G-CAD. G-CAD still ranging. Still in the range, but essentially it is at a support, creating a minor resistance. So we do have to look at one or two things that's going to happen. Either we're going to come down, break this low, and then continue moving down. Or if we look on the 15-minute time frame, the 15-minute is going to break above this minor resistance that has been created, and then it's going to correct some of this move coming down. So it's something that can happen over there, but we need to obviously wait and see. EJ, yeah, EJ did continue down to retest the low. Got hard because obviously we had a 30-minute candle close, and it was the opposite direction, and then only now has it decided to push. So if we look at that from a 15-minute perspective, it got pretty difficult. Probably the best entry, maybe the break of this low to continue down. Probably gonna be the best entry there, but then the 30-minute was still open. Oh yeah, looks like the Footsie did create some resistance to continue down. Let's look at it from a 15-minute perspective. Yeah. So US 30, the Footsie should continue down to retest this low now that it had created at this point. So let's see if it can do that. Let's check your chart out over here. Okay, that's GJ 15-minute pullback, big black candle, so I thought it would continue down. On this white candle, I entered, TP hit, everything out. Okay, yeah, that's up to you. I mean, Obviously the range was very small. I'm sure you only got out with like maybe 5 pips profit. So I mean, yeah, I mean, if you really wanted to know where the better entry could have been, is something that obviously was discussed. But the break of this 15-minute low, because if you look at this 15-minute candle, it had a very weak body and a long tail to the upside. So when we came down and broke the low, we looked on the 30-minute, we had a wick to fill. This candle came down. This one created some form of liquidity wick, closed again, weak body. Next one breaks that low of the weak body and continues in that direction. So notice a little bit of a pattern here. We have these weak bodies and then we have these pushes in the other direction, right? But then you look what happened this morning. These candles were weak. Okay, these candles were weak. We had the same scenario where it breaks the low, but then look what happened. This candle ended up closing weak, and then we had a further push. So now you have to recognize where the liquidity grabs are happening. So this was the liquidity grab, okay? Same way we had this bullish candle close very weak to the upside, and then a continuation down, right? So yeah, just take that into consideration. Like, it's not a trade I would take because the range is too small, but each to their own. Just thinking for the long term, is that going to be sustainable? So yeah, Footsie is coming down at the moment. But it's got 21 minutes. We can see if it can retest this low. GBP CAD. Yeah, this 15-minute candle. See, what happens a lot is this 15-minute candle may close above this minor support very weak, and then the last 15-minute comes down and breaks this low and then continues to push. Something we've seen happen before as well. Gold is just ranging right now. Gold is ranging. Yeah, was insecure. That white candle wanted to wait on a bearish candle. Got a 5 pip stop loss and a 7 pip TP. Not the best, but a 1-to-1 on smaller risk I usually take. Yeah. You definitely had the right idea. The thing is your idea is correct. You know, we look at this weak candle, broke the low to continue down. But if you had that same idea and you put that into perspective from a 30-minute time frame, and you know, you look to catch those impulse entries, like, okay, perfect. You see that 15-minute candle we spoke about? Exact same scenario happened over here. But now we're looking from a 30-minute perspective. So when it breaks the low on the 30-minute, right? When we breaks the low on the 30-minute, now let's measure the risk to reward. Okay? So let's just say, for example, that we have a clean range coming down to this support, 12 pips now. If we fill the wicks, 17 pips. What's the stop going to be? Around 14. Right? So just keep those things in perspective. Now that you've seen that candle structure again, you know, you can look to execute on that in the future. Yeah, so GBP CAD is trying to break down over here, 15-minute candle. Trying to break down, so we need it to close below. looks like a little bit of a break and retest on the 1 hour time frame. If you look at the 1 hour candle closed below this support. So let's wait on GBP CAD here for a moment. If I'm better at swing trading than scalping, should I stick to swing? I mean, I don't. Yeah, I think you should always stick to what you're best at. You know, like you wouldn't be a rugby player if you're, you know, a top footballer. So yeah, if you're better at swing trading, stick to swing trading, I think. You know, but you can learn techniques from scalping and implement it into swing trading, because you know, candles move the same on all time frames. Yeah, gold is just ranging hard. Yeah, I think if it's gonna break, it's gonna be some form of break, because we're in this uptrend right now. So if it breaks structure, this is what I was talking about. Come down, fill this wick, and then continue pumping. Okay, let's look at the 15-minute candle on G-CAD. Ideally needs to close below, but sometimes what may happen is it may close at or above, and then the next one comes down and breaks this low and then continues moving bearish. Yeah, so if you look at the 15-minute time frame now on GBP CAD, broken the low of the previous 15-minute candle, so it should continue moving down at this point. Got around 14, 15 pips. I think a stop above the previous 15-minute candle is going to be good. Looking at the 30-minute. Yeah, 30-minute just needs to break this low and then it's off to the races. Yeah, looks like a break and retest type thing on the 1 hour. 15-minute just needs to keep printing bearish. Okay, thank you. It's just my entries in scalping candles move fast sometimes. I need to keep back testing. I like your start, makes sense. Yeah, when it comes to scalping, candles can move very quick and things like that. Obviously with swing trade, you just place your entry and you know you just come off the charts and you let your trade play out. But with obviously scalping, you know, it's a little bit more psychological, because you're in the buy, you know, you're already seeing you're in a minus because of the spread, and you're seeing the drawdown, and then you're seeing it push into profits and then pull back, and so it requires a little bit more patience and a little bit more Well, I don't know about patience actually, because swing trading, I suppose you have to hold the trades, but then you kind of know that, you know. But whereas scalping, you have to be patient. You have to wait for candles to close. You have to, you know, you might be sitting there for 2-3 hours, just waiting for, you know, one thing to happen. And yeah, so we'll come back to GCAD. Looking at GJ, I think GJ is just ranging at the moment. Now it's just ranging. Gold. Yeah. So gold closed at support. Footsie still trying to continue down. US 30 coming down. Yeah, I think G-CAD sells could be the play here. Just needs to break this low and then should continue moving bearish. Yeah, 4 hours should continue down. 1 hour. We need CAD to be strong over here. GBP is kind of weak anyway, because we know because GJ is obviously moving bearish. So yeah, G-CAD should continue down. I think good entry could have been based off this 15-minute. There we go with G-CAD. G-CAD should continue down at this point as clean traffic to the left. There we go. It's dropping. Dropping. Yeah, that would have been a really nice sell. See if that can continue down. We'll keep an eye on that. Yeah, G-CAD should just keep dropping at this point. There's nothing stopping it. Okay, so yeah, we'll come back to G-CAD. Looks like CAD strong over here. GJ on the other hand, struggling to do its thing. J also reversing now at this point. Footsie just slowly trickling down. Okay, I suppose we'll just stick to G-CAD for the minute. Only pair that's doing something. Looks like it's retracing a bit, but we'll come back to that. We'll come back to G-CAD in a minute. Seems to be the only thing doing something right now. Everything else is just ranging. Yeah, everything else is just ranging right now. So yeah. Yeah, looks like G-CAD's just gonna keep falling over here. So yeah, just a reminder, guys. Anyway, make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel. Really want to get to that 1K. Once we hit that 1K, it's just a huge milestone. Another milestone. There we go, G-CAD. G-CAD should just continue dropping at this point. I think, anyway, if people are in sales or took sales, you should be securing profits, positions, and then letting a runner run, and then see if it can go further. Yeah, let's say G-CAD was the only move here today that that actually made sense and played out. Yeah, looks like G-CAD kind of tapped into this area to the left here. So it kind of nearly came down, but it's not kind of not closed yet. Got 2 minutes left. But I think people, if they did take sells, should have been securing positions anyway, because you should be well up into profits at this point. But yeah, that was a nice sell there. GJ also kind of at support now as well. Still just technically ranging, but it's at support. Gold ranging, US 30 coming down, EJ ranging, Footsie just struggling to, yeah, if this candle closes like a weak bullish, then the next one can break the low and then continue down. Ooh. So if we look on GJ on the 4 hour now, looking on the 4 hour, okay, this is why I'm thinking, you know, that we could see some more downside today. 4 hours creating a resistance, rejected this area, right? We've got 30 seconds left for this candle to close. 4 hour, you know, should technically, as long as it just, yeah, I mean, it's probably not going to close just below, but if it does, it's going to be better, obviously. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, yeah, we may see like a deep grab into the zone for some further downside. Obviously, a new 4 hour time frame candle, but I'm thinking that we could see a break below this, you know, this structure here to the left. Yeah, let's see G-CAD. Oh, looks like G-CAD retraced a bit there in the end, but it should continue down. I mean, technically speaking, you know, you should have secured into profits at that point anyway. So yeah, G-CAD should continue moving down. EJ just ranging. Footsie did close strong bearish on the 30, weak bearish on the 15. So we just need a break of this low and then it should continue down. GJ, oh, GJ's dropping over here. It's broken the low of the previous 30 minute, but it's kind of done it within like, you know, the first 30 seconds. So a little bit risky there to anticipate the break. But I mean, yeah, if it does start to break below 138.920, there's definitely a higher probability at that point that we should continue down. Looking on the 4 hour time frame. So 4 hour create a resistance. Current 4 hour is trying to break this low. But I mean, I think it needs to make some form of top wick first, like ideally, you know, because this candle had no wick to the top. 15-minute candle had no wick to the top. Does make sense though for GJ to continue down. Yeah, it should reach 138.860 and then down to 138.800. But yeah, it looks like it would have made, if price does continue down, you know, it looks like it would have had to have been some form of impulse entry based on the break. But it literally did it within the first minute, which is something that I'm like, yes, it's very tough to anticipate. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. G-CAD then should continue down. Footsie, yeah, Footsie should continue down. So we'll just focus on GJ here for a minute. Gold doing anything? Nope. Gold not doing nothing. Gold. Okay. If looking for shorts on GJ, should we wait for 30-minute bearish to candle close or 15 minutes? That's up to you. I think. Yeah, I think you need to wait for some. I mean, I think ideally the best thing to do is to wait for at least one candle to close below 138,950, and then you can kind of anticipate some more downside. But yeah, I didn't like how the 1 hour hasn't created a top wick. 30-minute didn't really come up to create any form of top wick. It just came down, broke the low, and you know, like it broke it in the first like 15 seconds. Yeah, so it looks like US 30 did like a little bit of a fake out over here. So we'll see if that means it's going to create some resistance to continue further down. Gold has just been ranging ever since London opened. It did nothing. It did nothing. Man, so cold and over here. Even with my heater, not doing enough. Looks like gold is trying to break out. Yeah, if gold breaks the low of this 15-minute, then it should continue moving bearish. Be interesting to see if it can do that. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, I mean, yeah, this 4-hour candle created some resistance. Definitely think we're gonna see more downside because we failed to break previous high point also based on the 4-hour, 30-minute. Yeah, I think gold should continue moving down. As long as once it properly breaks this low, it should continue down. GJ just still ranging. G-CAD looks like it came literally right down to this area and then thank you for the subscription there, Ty Bobo. Thank you. Appreciate that. You are now entered into the Magic Keys giveaway competition. So I do appreciate the subscription. Ooh, look at that on gold. Yeah. That's gold for you. The breaker of hearts. Okay, so gold just arranging. GJ is not making its mind up. Man, I hope GJ make a move next 30 minute. Yeah, we'll see. A 4-hour does need to maybe not necessarily make top wick, but I think now that we've created resistance here, you know, it may want to generate some more liquidity in this area before dropping down. That's all I'm thinking. But it can just continue down. We'll see. We need to wait for the 30-minute candle to close, or at least the first 15 minutes. How's the giveaway gonna work? Just random name generator? Yeah, exactly. I just stick all the obviously I have a list of everyone who's subscribed, and I take all the names and then put it into random generator, and then it will pick out a name. And then what I'll probably do to start with is to post obviously the winner on my Instagram, and then if the winner, let's say I can't get hold of him through Instagram, then I think you can do some form of message or something on YouTube. You must be able to. But yeah, definitely think volume is starting to die out a little bit here. Very slow, choppy session today. Only good move that was the only good move so far was G-CAD sells, which ran pretty nice. But that's about it. Hey, what's going on? Yeah, so this 15-minute candle should come down, fill this wick, and then continue down. Is that GJ? Yeah, GJ flip bullish now, 15-minute time frame. Gold's pushing up. US 30 also pushing up. Did you only take trade on GJ? No, I haven't taken a trade today at all. Yeah, I haven't taken a trade today at all. I've been on PS5 all night. Oof. Oh, look at GJ now. Came up to create just the tiniest top wick on the 15-minute. And as this 15 minutes coming down, I think once it breaks this low of the previous 15-minute candle, could see we'll see. Yeah, I'm not gonna take a trade today. I'm just gonna watch, see what plays out, and then just take it as a learning opportunity. Gold looks like it's gonna fly up today. MY session fry pan bottom. Never heard that one before. Never heard that before. The only thing is, I'm not sure gold would necessarily go bullish yet. I mean, it could do, it well can do, but the overall sentiment is strong bearish. So I mean, yes, it can, you know, correct some of that move, but yeah, I'm not sure yet. Right now the 4 hours just very messy, so I wouldn't. Yeah. Let's see, G-CAD. Oh, G-CAD did come down and fill this wick. It's literally nearly gonna reach target area. Oh, I mean, you only trade GJ or something else. GJ is my main pair. GJ is my main pair. And then if there's something I like on the some of the other pairs here that I've been watching for a while now, then, you know, occasionally I may execute, but it's very rare. It has to be something I've seen happen a lot of times. Like these G-CAD sells, I would have been in these sells had this have been yesterday. I probably would have taken these sells. But the fact it's a Friday, I'm not going to risk, you know, a portion of my profits on a pair that I don't trade on a Friday. If this was a Thursday, it'd have been like, yeah, okay, can continue. Yeah, I would have executed based on that. So yeah, G-CAD should continue down. GJ, I think GJ 30-minute needs to close below this area, because we've just had, if we look on the 15-minute, 1, 2, 3 15-minute candles that, you know, kept tapping into this area and then closing very weak. So we need to at least see one, you know, strong candle close below this area. You know, or as it comes down to break this low, could have been a nice potential entry, but then you have to think the range is the range isn't very big. Ooh, look at GJ now. Yeah, looks like the break of the low of the 15-minute there may have been the entry. Ooh, it's pushing. Anyone getting these sells? I'm in no sells. But looks like we're already coming to this problem. Oh, damn. GJ. Oh, it's. Oh, wow. Look at that. That moved pretty quick. That was a pretty quick trade. Moved about 8 pips. Mad. That's mad. GJ coming down to 138,800 yearly psychological level. Yeah. Yeah, it could come down to 130. Yeah, I mean, at this point, it looks like it's going to continue down to 138,800. Probably going to ignore this minor area to the left now that is beyond it. But yeah, it looks like the break of the 30-minute low, or the break of that 15-minute low over here was the move over there. It would seem. Gold buys. Yeah, I don't know why anyone would be looking for gold buys. It's just ranging. You can't anticipate at the moment. Sometimes execution after 30-minute candle has closed results in a fake out, including 15-minute as well. When there is a fake out, nothing can be done except for cutting losses. Yeah, that's true. Oh, look at G-CAD hit our target over here. Still running. Yeah, nice. When gold's guys, GJ sells. Yeah, GJ's dumping, but gold is just ranging, just ranging. When without us, yeah, I wasn't gonna like if I was gonna take an entry, it would have been the break of this low. That's where I would have taken an entry, but or maybe even on the 30-minute. Or was that the same entry? And slightly different. But yeah, it just did it so early on. You know, so wasn't liking it. But yeah, no, I wasn't gonna trade today anyway. It's a Friday. Yeah, always nice to watch the moves play out though, I'll tell you that. But what will be interesting is where the weekly candle closes, because it's retracing quite a lot. So it will be very interesting to see where it closes. Oh, look at this retracement. Imagine if the 30-minute closes all the way up over here. It would be screaming Wickville. It would be screaming Wickville. Ooh. We're going to see that last 5-minute pull. Looks like we are. Looks like 138, 800 incoming. Damn, GJ. Yeah, that would have been a great entry, to be fair. Just was so... Yeah. People know why I was skeptical. There we go. Should continue down to 138, 800. Yeah. See if G-CAD. Ooh, G-CAD still dropping. Ooh, that's like a 30 pip move right there. Wow. Nice. Ooh, there we go. GJ 138, 800 reached. Now entering into the next range, which is a much better range to look for sells. But we've got some issues here on the 4-hour, around 138, 740, which is around 6-7 pips away. Yeah, we've got some issues here to the left. But yeah, reached this area, boom. Yeah, looks like those sells played out in the end. Ooh, looks like Footsie couldn't come down and retest that low over there. Interesting. GJ still trying to move. Ooh, looks like G-CAD's coming down to this second target over here. Incredible. That would be 30 pips. Still trying to move. Oh, look at that. Looked at my phone for 1 second and it's still going. Crazy. Oh, damn. Is this news? Oh, wow. Look at this. Oh, shit. It's still going. Man, anyone who took those GJ sells, congrats. Should be well into profits. God, what Brexit news is it now? There's nothing on Forex Factory. Wow, yeah, GJ should continue down to 138.580. Looking at the 4 hour. Oh, yeah, we should maybe even come lower. Incredible. No news. Interesting. Where are you guys getting your news feed from? So yeah, maybe he's trying to, yeah, I don't know. Probably trying to prepare for a no deal, I suppose. But now price is making a low. I mean, if we see some resistance, we have a nice low to get retested over here. Oh, everyone's got all these different news articles. Which one? So you got yours from Financial Juice. Okay, what are they like? Oh, both the same. So let me just ask, this Financial Juice, do they do like a news terminal for that I could put into a chat room? Could they do that? Yeah, see, the thing is, though, I mean, this may not get corrected because this is, basically what he's saying is very, it's almost like indicating that there's probably going to be a no deal, So I'll be interested to see what happens. No chat. Doesn't allow you to do for a chat room. Oh, that's annoying. Because I'm actually looking for a squawk service for the private group. Something to add a little bit extra value over there. Capital Hungry Twitter has the fastest news up to date. Oh, nice. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be, if you got a squawk service, you'll get that instantly. Probably a little bit of delay, but that's still pretty good for like a free service there. Yeah, literally that 1 5-minute candle came down and closed below, and then boom. Look at this 15-minute, 30-minute, generating some liquidity over there. Probably gonna flip and then continue moving down. Yeah, I know Forex Factory's slow. Yeah, I know. It comes like 20 minutes after. Yeah, I don't know why they put that, because that's just not true. Has they looked at the chart? Redbox Global is a fast professional terminal style breaking news feed. 7-day free trial, no payment details needed. Okay, I'll take a look. Yeah, I think you've if you wanted to take the break and retest, I don't think it's going to be coming back up to 138 950. I think your best bet is to wait for some retracement resistance and then look for a retest of the low. Something maybe it's going to happen, but if not, this 30 minutes probably just creating some form of top wick to continue down. But yeah, that was a big drop over there. Anybody catch those sells? Anybody catch those sells? Yeah, I had a feeling that some Brexit news or something was going to come out. So financial juice, you definitely can't put that into a terminal, because they sent me an email for a really good deal at the moment, and it looks really good, but Is that you can put it into your terminal, or is that a yes, you can't put it into your terminal? Someone else said you couldn't. I'll send them an email, but oh, you got in the cells. I've been in cells since the morning, getting out at 138. 595. Okay, nice. HFX is putting it into a terminal related to APIs. I have no idea. I have no idea. All I wanted to do was get a new terminal that I could, somehow get the notifications come through the private chat, so people in the private group have access to those, real-time headlines, just so that if we're in a cell and we see something like that come out, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, that's, we could see some movement. At the same time, if we see headlines coming out and we're about to take a trade, it could be a case of, oh well, we don't know how market's going to react to that, probably best to stay out. So not just that, I think it's just I enjoy I would enjoy having real-time headlines. So it's something I really want to do, and not just that, it's a really good point for extra value for those in the private group too. Let's see if that moved any other. No, did nothing with gold. Gold just still US30 doing nothing. G-CAD. Oh, G-CAD still dropping over here. So we're up around 50 pips from the entry. Well, not that I took it, but 50 pips from the call. It's very nice. So probably just going to wait for some resistance maybe here on GJ, because now that we've had this okay, let's put it this way. Now we've had this news come out, there should be a retracement, right? And if we can create some resistance, below 138,800, then there's a very high probability this low is going to get retested. Maybe that's something I could, because on the breakout, we have a lot of issues here, but when price breaks out and makes a low, there's an 80% chance now that this low is going to get retested. So something I'm going to be looking for. Otherwise, if that doesn't happen, and then price just starts pushing up to try and correct this, I'm going to be calling it a day. I'm going to see what happens in the next 20 minutes or so. Wait for this 30-minute candle to close, and then we'll see. But I mean, something is maybe going to be something that happens like after the stream. Just got a phone call quick. I will be back in a sec. Sorry about that. So yeah, we'll need to wait to see if the 15-minute candle can create some resistance. Maybe even wait for like a 30-minute, but yeah, we need to wait, because if this candle just comes down, there was no confirmation. So, and plus it's like the one thing that I could be looking for is some resistance, you know, like a minor resistance. But apart from that, I'm not gonna actively look for this sell, you know. So we'll need to see. Bro, if there is news, do you take trades to correct that move or not? Yeah, sometimes it just depends, like, because right now we don't know if this, news is going to get corrected, or we don't know, if this has actually been taken into consideration, and there's going to be some form of continuation. So if I'm going to take a trade based on a correction or a continuation, then, I need to see confirms of either a confirm for a correction, which will probably be, like, you can't take a buy just because you have one 15-minute candle. I think for a confirmation for some form of correction is going to be like, price come up and create some support. That's going to probably be the best thing, because then, like, it's creating a platform that it can't go any lower. At the same time, if there's going to be a continuation of this move, we should see some form of resistance being created, right? Because the only concern I have here is, I think if we're going to continue down, right, this 30-minute may not give us the entry point, because this 30-minute is still open. It's created a top wick. It's got 13 minutes left, and obviously we're waiting for the 15 to close. So if the 30-minute is going to flip, this 15-minute candle is basically going to do the whole move within the first 15 minutes, right? So that wouldn't give me an opportunity to take a sell, because there's no confirmation, there's no candle close in our direction. It can just continue running. So that's something that can happen, but just nothing you can do about it. So yeah, it's probably gonna have to be just wait and see how the candles, now that it's happened, just have to kind of see how they close, and really kind of look at it in that sense. The other thing as well that I'm thinking now is, if it was a sell taken just here, there's only 7 pips to the low point, which isn't great. And then obviously if we break that, yeah, we've got good range, because we never reached 138,580. But at the same time, like, I'd prefer a retracement to 138,800, establish resistance up over here, and then we can anticipate a continuation, right? But yeah, looks like those G-CAD sells just keep going, but we'll see. We'll wait and see. But something that's happened a lot, when the 30-minute candle's still open, this last 15 minutes can just continue pushing. But then even before the news, price was bearish, so unlikely it will correct. It will likely continue bearish. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a good point. So yeah, you also got to take that into consideration too then. Just got an email as well a minute ago to say the gyms will be reopened from next week. This is good news. Ooh. Just a little meme of good old Boris popped up on the socials. Yeah, I think it's going to be very difficult to anticipate that we're going to continue further. To be honest with you guys, let's look at the weekly time frame now. Oh, it's so nearly gonna close. If the price keeps falling, I mean, wow, if this closes back below this area, then we've seen some huge rejections to the upside. It does look like, based on the 4 hour, we have a lot more downside, actually. It would seem that way, I must admit. Yeah, see, this is what I think was always going to happen, you know, was never going to give us an opportunity. So, yeah, I'm afraid it is what it is at this point. We may miss these sells, but that's okay. I was never actually planning on trading today anyway, so. And then you also have the other aspect, you know, you can't take a sell with the break of the low because now we don't have enough, there's not enough range for price to continue down. So more than likely, you know, this is just going to continue dropping, but there's not enough range. So I hope people aren't taking sells, because although it may seem like at this point great that price is going to continue down, and yes, there's a very, very high chance it's going to continue down. But, you know, once it reaches this support, we have a lot of problems, and plus the range is not big enough, so. Sleep time for me. See you next week, bro. Thanks again. No worries, foe. Have a good weekend, mate. Get some rest. See you Monday. But yeah, it looks like GJ is just going to continue dropping over here. I'm afraid not a lot we can do about it. Yeah. Yeah, the only other possible trade that may happen, but it's something like this. So this candle closes, let's say, as it is, and then what we're going to find is the next candle is going to continue down after creating some form of top wick like this, you know, and then what you're kind of anticipating is the 30 minutes going to close like a weak bullish candle, and then, you know, you can kind of keep stops above this area, and then, you know, you're looking to catch this candle, right, to complete this move. But for that to happen, you know, this 15-minute candle needs to close strong as it is. The 30-minute needs to close like a weak bullish, and then that can happen. But either way, even if, as long as the 15-minute candle closes bearish, it does pave way for, you know, the next one to continue down either way. It's just if it closes weaker, you know, there could be a chance that we pop back up. So it needs to be some form of healthy 15-minute candle, because otherwise the 30 minutes going to be the 30 minutes going to be like a stronger close there. Probably going to end up being a no trade day here today. The nose is on new squawk / zero hedge. EU said deal is not going well. Not heard of zero hedge. Check them out. Zero hedge. Oh, they're far right libertarian financial blog. I thought they was a squawk. Okay. Yeah, and we're coming into the new hour candle too. See if Forex Factory is finally... Oh yeah, there we go. 12 minutes ago it finally came out. So UK likelihood of deal is determined by friends in EU. It is there to be done. This country can prosper mightily with or without a deal. If we leave on Australian terms, we will make a great success of it. So yeah, they are kind of hinting a little bit of a no deal there, it would seem. 3 minutes left. 3 minutes. In fact, it does look like we actually did close at... Yeah, we did. We actually closed right at this minor support in this zone. At 138.650. We did actually close. Interesting. FX Guna. Just joined the stream. Have you taken any trades yet? Market looks slow today because of Thanksgiving. No trades yet. We had some news come out which pushed GJ down. Yeah, that's about it really. But I do like your YouTube name there. I presume you're an Arsenal fan, but I may be wrong. May not even be from the UK. Gold still ranging. US30 not really doing much. Oh, G-CAD is still dropping. G-CAD is still going. So I think that's like a 60 pip, 55 pip move over there. EJ didn't really do anything with the news. Just ranged. Yeah, EJ did nothing. Ah, he's an Arsenal fan, eh? Thought so. With a name like Guna. Clean sales below 138.575. Yeah. I haven't even... Yeah, there is, but at the same time, it's a Friday, man. I'm not sure if we're going to have the volume to do that. Oh, look at that. Last minute. There we go. Yeah. Looks like the idea's out the water. Sells. Yeah, there's no chance we're catching sells. No. It's been and gone. So I think that, to be fair, if it's going to do that, then I suppose it kind of done my job for me to call it a day on the stream here today. So yeah. Let's do a little quick run over of everything. So gold is ranging, but it does seem like that the 15-minute is maybe generating some liquidity to break down, which is something I've been looking at gold doing for a while. But I mean, it's very hard to... Yeah, it's very hard to... Oh yeah, there we go. I think gold's gonna continue down. Last 10-15 seconds. Yeah, I think gold should continue down. US30 is just kind of doing nothing right now. You know, it did a fake out, but then, yeah, just not really liking it. GJ, looking on the 30-minute, GJ closed a weak bullish candle. Looking on the 15-minute time frame, I mean, there's just not enough range really to take a sell. The only way I'd have enough range is if it comes like kind of back up to like 138,700. Then, you know, you could have, oh, it is kind of doing that right now. But if you look at the 15-minute, it closed just at this area, which makes me skeptical. But probably a chance. It probably is going to continue down, to be fair. Just, I don't really want to be honest, take the sells at this point. I think it's a little bit, yeah, I think it's a little bit risky at this point. So, gonna call it a day. Oh, looks like it's pushing up a lot actually. So yeah, kind of glad I didn't execute on those sells coming into Friday. So yeah, G-CAD is just continued to move down. So we did call out, well, I called out the sells on G-CAD. Somewhere around this area is now done. Oh, a 70 pip drop. So that was a really nice sell there. EJ, just as we've spoken, tried to break above this resistance. So maybe EJ is going to continue bullish. Probably first target this area. Right, and then, you know, if we can break above, we have like another resistance up over here. But probably going to correct some of this downside move from yesterday. But yeah, Footsie looks like I've done a fake out of this breakout. It's corrected this move down from this morning. Or maybe wait for 30-minute resistance. Yeah, you could wait for 30-minute resistance. Something that can work. Looks like I broke the high of the previous 15 as well. So kind of glad I wasn't in sells, to be honest. Glad I called it a day. I think it's retesting in 1 hour. Maybe. Potentially. But yeah, I think if people are looking for sells, because I'm going to call it a day at this point, it's probably best it retraces back to 138,800. And then again, yeah, like you say, if you see some 30-minute resistance there, you know, then you have a clean range to retest this low and then continue down to 138,580. So definitely agree with that one. Looks like gold 30-minute actually broke below the support. So gold should also continue moving down at this point. We have a 20 pip range here on gold. At the 15-minute candles. 15-minute candles also closing below this area. So gold looks really nice to continue down. Something I was saying for a while that it should break downwards, considering the heavy momentum. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on gold. Yeah, that's it really. That is it. So yeah, last final thing from me. Everyone, I hope everyone is subscribed to the YouTube channel, especially if you enjoy what we do here. Make sure you're subscribed. You're going to be entered into a Magic Keys giveaway, so it's for your benefit. No skin off your nose, really. But yeah. So yeah. Anyway, guys on the Zoom, thanks for coming on. Appreciate it. Guys on the YouTube, thank you very much. We'll be back from Monday, so stay tuned because we're going to be starting the live streams earlier from next week. So stay tuned on Instagram for that. Okay, for what time that is. But I will let you know over the weekend for sure. But it is looking like probably a 7:30 a.m. start. Okay, so yeah, 7:30 a.m. start. It is looking like, but that will be confirmed probably either Saturday or Sunday. Okay. So yeah, nothing really to add. G-CAD just looks like it just wants to keep going. GJ is just kind of taking a breath right now. Okay. So anyway, guys, thanks very much for coming on. Really appreciate it. I hope everyone has a really good weekend. And I'll see you all on Monday. What's the plan on GJ? There's no plan now for me. My trading day is done. My trading week is done. But I think if you're looking for sells, if you're looking for a trade, you know, if you're looking for sells, I'd wait for some resistance on the 30-minute time frame to form because price has made a low. But if you're looking for buys, I personally would just call it a week because yeah, we're in a downtrend. Price broke down. I mean, where do you expect price to continue up? It can create resistance at any point and continue down. So yeah, anyway guys, thanks very much, have a great weekend. Oh, we've got a subscriber there, Rogers. Thank you, Rogers, appreciate it. Got that one in there on the last second. So yeah, that's fantastic. Thanks very much guys, we'll see you all Monday.